Hello and welcome to another episode of Eros, the Tales of Veritas. Every time I butcher it. Welcome on in, guys. Welcome. As you know, we are the Natural Havoc channel, and we're just a group of Twitch streamers that decided to get together and stream some Dungeons and Dragons. We will be playing the 5th edition system, which I'm sure some of you know, and if you don't, welcome on in. It's quite an easy system to pick up. We have a few added homebrew rules, which are just my own flares to make the game a little bit more enjoyable and fun for everyone, because this is what it's all about. It's having fun for all of us. Most of us are very new to D&D, so please do be patient, as we will be still figuring things out, and I'm sure we're going to make plenty of mistakes, including myself. Trust me, I can't even speak properly most days, let alone play D&D, so I'm sure we'll be having plenty of mistakes, which you can all laugh along with us. Firstly, once again, can I thank every single one of you that is here today watching, and all of those that are watching from the future, because I know there are some of you that do, and you've messaged me saying thank you for the thanks for the future message. So thank you again for the future message, or thank you for watching. You know what I mean. Anyway, yes, it is awesome. We absolutely love the fact that you guys are enjoying it, and yeah, please get active in the communities, in the Discords, everything. Follow us on YouTube. Stuff will be going up there soon, hopefully, if I can get my finger out. Yeah, definitely will. But yeah, guys, that's it. Yeah, we are Natural Havoc, and we're going to be playing some D&D today. Before we get into it, and before we introduce the cast, the lovely people around us, we do have a couple of announcements. Unfortunately, the Fishing Guy 9 won't be continuing on this journey with us. He's had to leave due to some health reasons, and we all wish him the best and hope that he sorts himself out. And hopefully, maybe in the future, he can return as a one-off thing, or whatever he would like to do. But we'll speak with him at a later point about that. Also, we have Guildmaster Creed is off this week. He is on a camping trip with the family, I think, which sounds really cool, and I think he's in chat today, so give him some love as well. And I hope you have a really good camping trip if you are still here hanging about. But yeah, he will be back next week. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure he's back next week, so it should be all good, and we'll have the gang together. Other than that, I think that's all the announcements. So we will go around in the circle of oh my god, no, Eagle, it's not a Lion King reference. No one else in chat, it's not a Lion King reference. But yeah, we're gonna go to my left. That way, I think it's my left. No, that's my right. So we're going to Tim. Yeah, Tim, we're gonna start with you first today.
Yeah,
introduce yourself, tell people where they can find you.
Well, guys, my name is Tim. I am the male part of Team Logic, and well, you can find me on Twitch for 3 days in a week, and 1 day there's a special surprise, but more on that later. Oh, and I play Arcturus, a very blue big one guy.
He certainly does. And below him is obviously Guildmaster Creed, but he's not here this week. But go check him out as well. Guildmaster Creed over on Twitch. He streams Apex and stuff. But below him, we have Zeb. Zeb, take it away.
Yeah, I'm Agent Zeb on Twitch and, well, someday in the future on YouTube again. But yeah, for now it's Twitch. Most weekdays in the morning, and every second day, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I'm on Twitch as well in the evening, and I'm playing Erhard Weidestaff, which is a human sorcerer, and yeah, let's have fun.
Awesome. And to Zeb's left, which is my right. Anyway, the other corner is Smitty. Smitty, take it away.
Hi, I'm Smitty Jane. I play Maeve, a half-elf druid. And we also have Little Socks, who comes with Maeve, Little Mushroom Man. Really fun guy. If you want to see me outside of D&D, you can find me on Twitch at Smitty Jane. Or in Eagle's chat, as per usual. So yeah, thank you.
And above Smitty, we have Lan. Lan, where can we find you?
I am the female half of Team Logic, so you can find us on Twitch at Team Logic NL. I am streaming on Mondays and on a Sunday when I'm off, and I will be playing Shion, the spoiled little brat of the campaign. Also, follow the Eagle Outlaw.
finally, the place where you can find us all is the Eagle Outlaws channel. Eagle, take it away.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? It's me. It's your boy, the Eagle Outlaw. I am hyped today. I hope you all are having great. I play the giant elephant man of the group, Don Ross. And you can find me at Team Logic. You can find me at Smitty Jane. You can find me at Agent Zeb. You can find me at The Onion Soup. You can find me at Guildmaster Creed. You can find me at all those lovely people, by the way. Not just me, right? But if you want to hang out, you can go follow me at the Eagle Outlaw. I got a new setup and everything, so I look really good this week. Honestly, right? Come on now.
Well, as he does certainly look fabulous today, his voice also sounds way better with the new microphone and everything. So hopefully you guys can listen to him in all his glory this evening. But yes, other than that, we are going to be running into our D&D game now. So yeah, let's start with this week's recap. We started last week at the manor of Felix Featherstone, a wealthy individual that the party saved during the attack at the Market Bazaar. After arriving at the manor, they found that it had been broken into and 3 items had been stolen, one of which was the Orb of Eternal Fire, something both Shion and Arcturus were interested in. The party, after conversing with Felix, were told to come back in the morning to receive their reward for saving his life. I've lost completely where I am. I apologize. I was reading it and then I looked away. Yeah, during which a few members asked if Felix had anyone that disliked him or wished ill of him. The conversation continued where it was revealed that this last month he met with 2 individuals from Arkenvale on the promise of setting up a shop within the capital. Felix met with these 2 people at his home and recently showed them his collection where the items were stolen. He was also meant to meet with these people later on in the day of the attack in the market. The party left the manor, splitting up, with a few of them heading toward the Temple of the Prime, a grandiose temple that worshipped the 8 prime deities, in hopes of sending mail to Shion's family in Quirin. Upon arriving, they were informed that messengers no longer travelled to Quirin, as many never returned in the past. The others set out to the taverns in the main strip. As they arrived at the taverns, they overheard a conversation about a theft. The party learnt that an elven gentleman wearing fine clothes with a cloak and daggers stole a saxophone from a nobleman. Upon leaving, the party reconnected once more, entering the tavern of the Oaken Keg. A few of the party members grabbed drinks and rooms, while others spoke of the day's events, all eventually settling down, ready for the evening ahead of them, when Don Ross stood up from the table and exited the tavern. And I'm just going to put some music on, because I realized it wasn't playing. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let me put on that one. There we go. Don Ross, you step up from the table and make a swift exit to the front doors. And as you do, you walk out onto the wooden like front porch-like area. There's a few chairs and a few individuals stood out there getting some fresh air. And yeah, what do you do?
I would actually like to take a little look around, make sure no one's really paying attention to me right now, that I'm kind of actually in my own little space.
Yeah, I would say after a few moments of your large presence being out there, a few people seem to move on or move back inside, almost like they don't want to get on the wrong side of such a large gentleman. But yeah,
Great.
you find yourself leaning against a banister, looking out onto the streets, the bustling streets of all these people. But they are probably about 15-20 foot away from you, and yeah, you're just staring out, watching all these people move about on their daily business.
Okay, since no one's really paying attention to me right now, I kind of want to take this moment to kind of like, I think something Don Ross has been doing for the past years now is he's been keeping a journal of just kind of journalizing everything that's going on in his life. And today's been a very crazy day for Don Ross and everything he's been doing. So he's kind of just taking a seat. He's gonna take a seat on the ground. The big 7'8" man is gonna take a seat. and he's just gonna pull out his little notebook, and he's gonna just start writing in it. He's gonna just kind of recap the day, and his notebook is kind of like a letter. It's like a letter he's writing to somebody in his past, and he's just focusing. He's focusing on writing, and he's just not really gonna pay attention to what's going on around him for a bit. He's just gonna focus on what he's doing.
Does when Don Ross writes, does he do detailed notes, or is it more of like a bullet point, sort of like this is what's happened on this date, or is it more like a diary?
It's just like a diary almost. Like he's just kind of giving an overview. He's just kind of explaining, this is what happened. This person and me talked, and just kind of going over things like that kind of stood out for his day. Just trying to give a little bit more about what he's been up to, I guess, in there. And just so if he ever finds this person again, or if he ever meets with this person, he can show them, or maybe someday gets back to that person.
Brilliant. Yeah, and as you're out there writing in your journal, it's particularly busy. There's a lot of people coming in and out of the tavern, but many people leave you to your thing as you write through the journal. You can smell all sorts of meats and spices coming from because the three taverns are pretty much maybe like 20 foot apart from one another. So there are three taverns all in a row, and you can smell all of these aromas coming from the different places. But as a few minutes pass and you finish up writing your journal, you put your journal away and you straighten yourself up and look back out. We're going to cut back into the tavern, and I will put you on the tavern map if you want to take us over to the map, Ken. And as we last left off, I believe it was Contessa, Maeve, Erhard, and Arcturus sat round a table, and Shion had just recently grabbed some drinks. And was Shion making her way to the table? Is that what she was doing, or was she chilling on her own? Yeah,
she was.
Awesome. We'll say at this point then, as Dom Ross has done that, you have arrived back at the table, and the five of you are sat there, and you see Contessa is yawning. She's looking a little tired, and she gets up and she tells you all that she is going to go and purchase a room for the evening and go to sleep because she's very tired. And what do the rest of you do as you're sat there as Contessa leaves?
I finally give Arcturus his drink.
Thank you.
And I believe it was a tankard of wine, white wine.
Yeah, probably the most expensive one.
Yeah, it was the Coal Star Vintage. As you place it upon the table, I believe you had 3 tankards as well. Is that right, or is it 2 now? Because I think you gave one to Eladrin.
Yeah, we gave one to Eladrin.
Yeah. And... So you put your 2 tankards down in your bottle of wine, and as you all sit there, what do you guys talk about?
I believe, as we finished up last, Maeve just said, I'm going to go out and see Don Ross. So I'm gonna go pick up socks, make sure he doesn't drink anymore, and I'm gonna go head outside as well.
Yeah, as you go to pick socks up, you can definitely see that he's like reaching out for the cup that Contessa was drinking from as she's left it there, as he seems to have got a taste for it now and seems to quite like it. But you pull him away from the cup and you stand up and start making your way outside. And what about the rest of you? Erhard, Arcturus, and Shion.
Hello, Mr. Erhard. This could be a good time to talk about the subject we talked about earlier.
Like I mentioned, I will have to also go over to the Lyrical Hornet later, since I'm booked there for performance. But we could afterwards go to my room, check if I have all the supplies that I need, and perform like a little ritual that helps me to identify things of unknown nature. And maybe we can find out more of those tattoos.
So let me inform my companion here, since she was at the bar. Mr. Widerstaff here, he decided to take a look at our tattoos to see if anything's up with it, if it's weird, if he recognizes it. So
it's all very well, but do not forget we need to go to the temple tonight.
We are. We have an appointment at the temple. That's true. So, should we leave in a few moments already, or is it too early for that? Because otherwise, I'm going to finish my drink.
Well,
Definitely going to finish my drink.
yeah, cheers, me too. And just upends the thing and maybe takes a bit too much at once, but you know, just go with the moment. It's a bit of a rush and
And we have all a little
ready
smile
for my
together.
performance.
So you down your drink, Gerhard? Is that what you're saying?
Like half of it. I mean, I assume it's rather big.
Why don't you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please? Let's see if you can keep that down.
So I just click on Constitution.
So at the top left, there should be a section that says saving throws, and one of them, I think the third one down, is Constitution save. And if you click that, and that'll be how well you can consume a large amount. Yeah, you tank it. You're like, downing champion of wait, what year is it? 1468. There you go. That's the year. Yeah, you down it. No problems. And you definitely see a few eyes glance over, and they give you a nod as they see you consume the majority of your pint in one gulp.
Sure. And I just look around the room and I'm like, well, this is how we do it at a carnival.
Yeah, and a few people raise a tankard, and then you see a few of them start necking their pints as well in solidarity to what you've just done.
I'll give him a little nod from appreciation.
Yeah. And are you guys getting up to leave to go to the other tavern?
Yeah, I guess we will. Take a small sip of my drink and then we'll get up and be like, yeah, let's go over. And I kind of raise my voice a bit so that maybe a bit more of the room can hear. But I essentially just go and say, yeah, let's go over to the Lyrical Hornet and we'll see about some entertainment over there.
Outing business in another tavern. Tut tut tut. But yeah, as you do so, a few ears do prick up, and you guys go to move. But before you guys leave, we'll cut back to Maeve. As Maeve, you step outside. What is Don Ross doing at this point? Is he just appreciating the surroundings and taking it all in?
I think Don Ross is kind of just thinking. He's kind of having some inner thoughts right now. He's kind of trying to think through things he's heard today, some news, or just kind of some of the conversations he's had today. It's made him really question how he got to this point, I guess, because he's kind of been so closed off that getting to this point and kind of having people now in his life that he kind of just feels like he has to be with right now. He feels kind of forced to be with this group. And I think he's just thinking about it. He's just kind of wondering how he got to this point.
So as you're completely enveloped in your own thoughts while leaning across this bar, Maeve, yeah, you see Don Ross completely oblivious to the fact that you've stepped outside. What would you like to do?
I just approach and I are you facing away from me, just so I know?
I'd say so, yeah. I'd say so.
Okay. So I approach and I just sort of tug on his clothes. I guess I can't really tap the shoulder. I can't reach. And I'm just like, Don Ross, hey, you okay?
I was just sitting down, but feeling,
you said you were
feeling-
leaning over the bar.
I said I sat down, but it's all right.
Oh.
So I kind of, whoa, what are you doing? I kind of jump up a little bit, and I kind of turn and see it's Maeve, and I kind of immediately just calm down, cause I know her pretty well, and I just kind of was like, hello, how are you doing?
I just saw you kind of stormed off there whilst we were mid-conversation. I was just making sure you're okay.
It's kind of crowded in there for me. Me being a big man, and all. Just crowds aren't really my thing. I like to kind of just stick to smaller groups. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what was that drink that a Contessa gave to you? Because did she gave it to you and then you were kind of like, I don't like that.
Oh, the drink.
Yeah, the one
well,
Fox was drinking as well. He's like, he's burping here right next to me. It made him happy, so.
Oh, it made him happy. Well, I'm happy
Yeah.
for that.
He loved it.
Well, Maeve, those drinks that you were looking at, those are beverages in a way that they kind of, if you drink too much of it, it could get you a little tipsy. It makes you a little,
Like a
and me,
potion.
yeah. Sure, we can go with that. These
Okay.
potions, like, they're like a type of potion that they kind of make you act strange. They make you act almost out of character sometimes. And
Sounds.
yeah, and sometimes these drinks are not they're not something you want to give to younger people, right? Those are mostly adult drinks, right? You get where I'm going with this now, right? I've already told you, I'm kind of a younger in elephant years. For you guys, I'm like a over middle-aged man, you know what I mean? But I'm I'm young in Loxodon years, and those drinks aren't very good for young Loxodons. Even though I probably have a better, I could probably drink more than all of you guys put combined. Who knows? Maybe. I'm a big elephant man. I can probably drink a lot. It's not good for me, right? So I don't mean to, not drink it, but it just feels wrong. It feels wrong.
Okay. Well, I was just making sure because I've never seen any of those. To me, I just saw Socks have some, and it made him really happy. So I just thought I'd go ask you what was going on with that.
Yeah. I appreciate that you're checking up on me. I'm just, I don't know. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in at the moment. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Do you want to stick around outside, or do you want to head back into the others?
I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do.
At that, you see all three of them exit the tavern as they walk past the tavern.
Hey guys!
Oh, hello everybody.
Good evening, guys.
How's everyone doing?
We are escorting Mr. Whitestaff to another tavern to watch his performance. Do you care?
Performance?
Do you guys care to join?
Well,
Performance.
Well, I got a room for in the Lyrical Hornet, and for payment I agreed to perform there tonight. So that's why we're heading over. Just gonna, have a good time there. Just a bit of music, bit of trickery, some magic maybe.
Hey.
Who knows? A little bit
So
of entertainment for the people.
You're a performer?
Of sorts, yeah. I've dabbled in in keeping people entertained and sometimes distracting them a bit from the everyday troubles. Yeah.
Everyday troubles. That's interesting. Great. You guys have fun with that. You guys have a great time with that.
Why don't you join us? I'm sure you can have fun there.
Good. Thank you for inviting me. But I think for now, I just think I'll just make sure we aren't getting followed by random people. Maybe someone's after us. You don't know, right? And I'll be like your guys' eyes and ears. I got big ears. I can hear everything.
Well, then you can join us and watch over us there while we distracted and have our backs. But also, sometimes we just need to unwind a bit as well.
Right, and that's why I can listen to your amazing music outside while I'm making sure we're protected.
Mr. Donross, there's no need to worry at all. We can handle ourselves, and we would love you to join our company. So
Right.
just head inside with us and have a seat, have a talk, and just enjoy the evening.
Don Ross, listen, if they give you more potions, I'll drink them for you. Don't worry.
Oh, right. Listen, guys, I really, oh man, how about the other person in our party, the other dude, and Contessa?
Oh.
He went to have a nap.
I think Contessa she went to her chamber, and looking at her face when she went up, I don't think she will wake up today.
Yeah, I don't blame her there.
The other guy is just standing in the corner for now, since last we've seen him, so I don't think he's coming along with us.
You would have noticed that as you guys started moving towards the door, he did stand up and look to be coming towards your direction, as if to follow. But as this conversation's going on, you do also notice, especially Maeve and Donros, you see Landros, the elven bard gentleman, currently walking along with two Karassian guards, and they're walking towards the front of the tavern where you're at now. And you can see that one of the guards is being accompanied by a smaller gentleman, which looks to be like a waiter of sorts. And you can see that he has a badge on his left pectoral area of a oaken keg with two wings coming from behind it. And you do notice this to be a member of staff of the oaken keg. And as they are walking through, the gentleman points towards the doors, and you see the two guards step up and walk in. As the doors open, you do see stood, walking his way through the tavern. You see Alistair start walking towards the doors, and he stops as the two guards look towards him and the doors close behind them.
On second thought, I'll go with you guys. We can just go ahead and head that way. You know, we'll just let's just move on. Let's not waste our time here, right? Let's just not waste our time out here. We can go right to the thing. I want to listen to your music. I think your music might be great, you know, to listen to. Maybe we just need to take off some stress. I think we need to relieve some stress off of us. So let's head that way.
And at that point, I would like to look at Maeve with a friendly smile on my face and just ask Miss Maeve,
Yes.
what is your opinion on this?
I think, let's head over to see the performance, and let's get away from here for now.
Yeah, and as you all begin to get up and start moving on, you can definitely hear from within there is a commotion. It sounds like the guards are shouting for someone to stop. But that's all you hear.
Let's just keep going, guys. Let's just, you know, we don't need to listen to that. Let's just keep going. Let's keep moving, okay?
So much for having a good bodyguard.
As much as I would like to go to my performance, are you guys sure we shouldn't check if everything's all right in there?
Oh, not at all. Let's just, you got a great performance coming on tonight. We need you to be ready. Come on, man. We need you to get pumped, all right? Come on. Yeah. Person playing music. I don't know your name, but I'm gonna, yeah, woo.
I did mention before I'm Earhart, but okay, all right.
Right.
But
I agree with
maybe someday. Some people are not good with names. Don't worry. Well then, let's head on over then. If you guys are sure about that.
I like that. Yeah, let's keep going. Come on, everyone, let's move.
Yeah, and you guys make your way over. It's really not very far. It's like 30 seconds from the doorstep of this tavern to the doorstep of the next tavern. And as you start making your way there, you can hear laughter, music, and what sounds to be like people cheering from within. And I will take you guys over to this little map as well, just so I'll throw your characters on there just a second. There you are. You in there. Oh, let's not put you in there twice. You there. And yeah, you can see that this tavern is bustling. There are so many people in here, and there's multiple stages. There you go. Everyone should be there now. Yeah. And yeah, you can see that this tavern is absolutely bustling with people drinking, eating food. You can see in the central stage area just here, there is two acrobats doing like flips and bending their legs in like over their head and standing on one foot. They're like doing all sorts of crazy acrobatic, flexible things with people cheering and drinking around them. And then much further at the back, you can see a elven gentleman playing a harp with 6 dancers around him, and there's people once again cheering at his performance. And it just seems like this one is a lot more to do with the entertainment side of things. And yeah, you all walk in, and it is a very luxurious looking tavern. There is like red silks hanging from the ceilings, deep purples, dark blues. It's a very vibrant and colourful place. And yeah, you walk on in.
Well, I'm gonna head over to the bar. I don't know if you guys want to join me. Grab a small little drink, maybe some refreshments. Who knows, maybe a little snack for the evening. But I will head on over and check up with the owners, so to speak, and find out when I can perform.
They have peanuts. Can you give me some peanuts, please? I'm gonna go get us some seats. You know, I'm gonna.
I'm so hungry. Does anybody else want to get food? I'm gonna head over to the bar and get food. Does anybody else want food?
Peanuts.
Some food.
Peanuts.
I have to admit, I am quite hungry as well.
Yes, I will join you, but after that we really need to go.
Right, I'm gonna go get seats. I'm gonna move over here.
Yep. Yeah, and you pull up a table, and Erhard and the gang got to the bar, and behind the bar there is. Let me pull up my notes to see who it is. You see a human female stood behind the bar, and she seems to be pulling pints for certain of the punters that are there, and taking orders and putting them through a service hatch behind her, where there seems to be the smells of like cooked meats and stuff from the kitchens. And yeah, she's there, and she turns back to you, and she's like, "Oh, hello, dearies. Is there anything I can get all of you?"
Well, I think I would like a small beverage. Nothing too strong, but just something refreshing, and maybe a small, I don't know, some loaf bread with a bit of soup or something.
Would you like just a standard meal?
Like
we have standard meals for 6 silver pieces for the evening, and they do come with a non-alcoholic drink, but if you wish for an alcoholic drink, that'll be an additional charge.
The non-alcoholic is fine for me.
Cool.
And then I don't know, I was here before and got a room with you guys, and you mentioned that I could get the room for free if I perform tonight, so I'm here to perform.
Yes, and she pulls out a red ledger from underneath the desk and flips over, and you see her go to the date of yesterday, which was the 3rd of Merrent. And as she does, she looks down the list and can see fairly near the bottom a list of names, and then she asks, what name would it be under?
Well, it's Erhard Weidestaff. I should be there as probably some musician juggler performing. Yeah.
Yeah, and she looks through, flips a few pages for that date, and then yeah, she finds your name, and oh yes, we currently have a slot opening up in the next 30 minutes for the smaller stage here. Otherwise, for the large stage, there won't be a slot for another 2 hours.
Smaller stage seems fine, and if my companions can have a table and maybe also something to drink on my charge, that would be lovely.
Right, very well. Yes. And she makes a note of it in her book and then closes the ledger and puts it back under. So, a meal for yourself and a non-alcoholic, and for the rest of you?
I'll have whatever wine you are having.
I would like a meal as well, thank you.
We have the vintage or the regular wine. Which would you prefer?
Definitely the vintage, darling.
Very well. And you see it's the same wine that you previously ordered in the other bar as another Coal Star wine comes out. And she looks at you to begin with, and she looks at Erhard, and then she just shrugs and just gives you the bottle anyway, and gives you a couple of tankards, and then turns to you, Maeve.
Pure potions. I've been told they're quite fun.
Excuse me?
I don't know. Guys, Contessa had that drink earlier. I want that one. Donruss told me it's a potion.
Do you have the nut beer that they also serve over in the keg place?
Oh no, we sell a Quinton's Ruby Ale if you would prefer that. That's a much pleasanter drink. It's that other place is a little barbaric.
Well, something
small
not
one
too
of
strong for
those.
her.
Yes, the Quinton's Ruby Ale is should suffice.
Okay. Well, I'd like a small one of those, and could I have a meal? But I also need some peanuts.
Yeah, sure. That's not an issue.
Yes, and that will be all. I
And
think.
what about?
And please, could I have some salad leaves on
Yes.
on the side?
By all means.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, not a problem. I was going to offer you that table, as she points to the table that Donruss has just sat upon, but unfortunately a gentleman's already sat there. I can see if anyone else is leaving, otherwise...
He's with us. He's with us.
Oh, splendid. Would he like a meal also?
He wants peanuts.
Right, very well. Well, yes, by all means, go and take a seat over there, and we'll bring over the alcohol and the non-alcoholic drinks as well as your meals. Yes, as soon as they're off the stage, Erhard, by all means, give them a few moments, and then you may perform. And yeah, you guys start wandering over to your table. I'll put you over there as well.
Can I make a perception check of this area?
Sure. What are you looking for in particular?
I also have a friend who's in the city currently, and I just want to see if maybe he's around, or maybe there's anyone that sticks out to me.
Sure.
Well, not like anyone would, but just to make sure. Why not?
So you begin to survey the area as the party start walking over, and you can see there are many people here, all merry, drinking, jovial. But you also do spot a couple of guards which seem to be stationed in this particular tavern, just to make sure there's no trouble. Maybe that means that there has been some trouble in the past, or maybe they're just trying to be overly protective to prevent it. You're not quite sure on that. But other than that, the only thing that does catch your eye is this absolutely fabulous elf on stage who is just playing this harp and singing along with it. And he currently has 6 female dancers all dancing in unison in front of him. And it's quite a magical performance. It's definitely a very colourful and vibrant performance. But apart from that, you do not notice your friend Samir or anyone else that you have recognised in this tavern. Apart from the half-orc gentleman, who you do notice is currently leant up against the bar, who is just drinking from a tankard, but he seems to be alone. And that's the gentleman that you had short words with.
I want to give a wave to him and a smile.
He looks behind him, looks back, stands fully upright, looks behind him completely just to double check, and then looks at you, and then points at himself.
I'm gonna be a little bit more excited. I'm trying to make some friends around here. I'm just waving.
He just walks off.
And at this point, I want to ask Donruss, was it an acquaintance of yours?
No, oddly enough, as you might have noticed, I don't have much friends around here. It seems.
Well, you are in good company now, so don't bother too much with that. Miss Maeve, you were saying something.
He taught me a new way of waving at people. I'm actually surprised Donruss didn't do that to him.
No. Listen. Maeve, we're not gonna do that, all right? We're gonna not do that, okay?
Well,
I'm gonna teach you about that later. We're gonna talk about that later, okay? Just don't do that ever again. Unless you're mad at somebody. That's how you show anger.
But he was really
Anger.
nice.
Yes, but that does not show niceness back. He might have been trying to be nice, but what he was portraying wasn't nice. He was like kind of giving you like a bad vibe. He's like trying to show you that, hey, fuck off, basically,
Well-
what he's saying.
He was doing it to you, not to me. But I thought he was really nice to you. But
No,
oh,
he doesn't like me, Maeve. He doesn't like me. Okay.
I'm just giving
You
him the
guys-
confused look.
yeah, you guys are very confusing. I need
Listen.
to learn a lot.
She learned how to do the finger, you know, like give someone the bird. The bees, not the bee's knees. My bad. Wait, we're not going there. She learned how to give someone the finger. You know, when you put up a middle finger at somebody. She learned that, and she thinks that's a way of saying hello and bye, I guess.
It's more
Very
than
good, darling. That's all you need in the world.
Just for my consideration, that's an insult, right? On this plane.
Huh?
yes. Yes, it's essentially
See?
saying piss off.
Yeah.
It's not
Fuck off,
obvious at
basically.
all.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Just don't
You
do it,
see
please.
the acrobats climb down from the stage and go their separate ways as the secondary stage is now empty.
Well, I will go over there and have my performance, guys. So enjoy, and yeah, have some drinks.
Good luck. Let me know if you need a backup singer. And I just kind of playfully laugh a little bit.
Sure, if you can use the trunk of yours.
I'll have you know my trunk is very useful. I wouldn't. Don't talk down about the trunk.
Visible confusion again.
So I guess I introduce myself to the room, and I'm like,
Yeah, what do you say?
yeah. Hello and welcome, dear guests and friends of the Lyrical Hornet. My name is Erd Weidestaff. I'm here on business now. I've traveled far and wide with circus, and I would like to show you what I can do. And I take out some apples from my sleeves, like from the wide sleeves from my robes, and start juggling them. And then I let them kind of juggle themselves in front of me as I take out my flute. And then start playing the flute with a very fun flippy tune, and just start dancing around.
How are you making the apples juggle themselves?
Well, with some magic. I don't know, like
What spell are you using?
the prestidigitation, I hope.
Let's have a look. I'm not too
Not
sure.
sure if that's possible.
I'm not too sure if that's possible.
Well, I guess the apples just fly off in directions then.
Let me pull your sheet up 1 second. Let me see what you've got.
Yeah, it doesn't really do stuff like that.
Yeah, you can make
Could I make like an
sensory
illusion
effects.
of that? Like an illusory image. Like that it looks like the apples are still flying and I'm just putting them away.
You can definitely create yeah, I would say that you could, if you want to try and hide the apples but make it look like they're still juggling, like you throw them up and they go back into your sleeve or something, I would say you could try a sleight of hand check plus a performance check.
Sure.
So do both, and it'll be like how you're trying to hide the apples away, but then the illusion takes place.
Yes.
Yeah?
Oh my god, my
give that a
sleight of
go.
hand is great. Okay. Let's roll the sleight of hand. And I guess then the prestidigitation.
Yeah, no, and then the performance check. Because the prestidigitation will just, it will cast that, so that's not an issue.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, then performance check, please.
Cool.
Yeah, and you start juggling, and your juggling prowess is pretty good, and you're throwing them up, and you throw 1, 2, 3, and then like you hold out your hands, and as you bring them back in, the apples slide into the sleeves as you then play the flute, which was in your mouth, but the illusion makes it look like they're going on their own, and the illusion's great. However, you start playing, and you're playing out of your mind, and you're like, oh, you know what? This is a really good performance. And everyone in the bar is clapping, cheering, raising tankards. And as you do that, as like your final celebration, 3 apples go flying out of your sleeve into just the crowd from the sleight of hand. They didn't quite go all the way down. They got stuck. And everyone around you is clapping and cheering as they didn't see it. But a table in the back have just had 3 apples launch at their table, and they're all like, what the? And there's sort of food gone everywhere, and they're just like really shocked at what's happened. But everyone in the immediate vicinity thought it was an amazing performance, and they're all clapping and cheering.
All right. And then I just take a bow, and as I come back up, I do like a little backflip off the stage, like acrobatics, I don't know, something like that.
Sure, roll me an acrobatics check as you go for the backflip off stage. This is the finisher, the finale. Yeah, you land it. And you swivel around and walk back towards your chair. And you can definitely see you've impressed quite a few people here today. You see a lot of people start putting coins on the stage. And you see probably in the region of about 15 silver has been put on stage for you.
Cool. So do I collect those?
Yeah, and you would know. You go around, you collect it, you thank the people that you saw put money there, and you go and sit back down, and you've made 15 silver. So add it to your sheet.
I need to ask, how do I add those? Like, I just add them to the silver, or do I have to convert them into other coins?
No, if you go to your character sheet and scroll down where it says CP, SP, EP, just add 15 to it.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Sure.
And Erhard comes back to the table as you were all shocked, and I would say all of you saw the apples go flying, but other than that, it was a good performance.
I kind of just look at Erhard and I'm just like, so that's what you people call entertainment around here? Because back where I'm from, we don't really do that.
Very impressive, Mr. Whitestaff. Very impressive.
It was cool. I don't understand. You know what I mean? You get me? Okay. Well, you know what? That's all right. Yeah. It was cool. It was great. So, how's everyone doing?
What time is it now?
I would say that whole interaction probably took just over an hour. So it's quite, it's definitely past dusk at this point, and it's getting definitely later into the evening. Probably like maybe around 8 p.m.-ish. So the sun is definitely setted. The sun has
settled.
Set.
Yeah, set. Thank you. The sun is set, and the moon is in the sky.
All right. So I look at Mr. Whitestaff and say, "Excellent performance, my darling." And then I immediately look at Arcturus. We really have to go now.
I look back at Miss Lorano and I say, I guess you are right. The moon has set in right now, and we should head to the temple.
Yes. I do not know what you guys are up to or what you are planning, but if you are not coming with us, I bid you all a good evening. And
I just kind of take a bow and say like, well, thanks for that compliment from someone as high off as you. I greatly appreciate that. And for me, I think I will stay here, chat with Maeve and the Elephant Man, and we'll probably also go up to the room, tell the barkeep that I'm expecting company later. Tell them if you guys arrive later, then you can come there, and I will check about preparing the ritual.
Thank you very much, and then we'll meet you guys in the later stadium.
Y'all really gonna keep calling me Elephant Man or what?
You haven't.
You know, I'm an actual person, right? You know that, right? Like I'm not just some animal y'all just met on the side of the street, right?
What is your name then, good sir?
The name's Don Ross, okay? The name's Don Ross. Y'all really want to know there. I told y'all. But listen, I'm not just an elephant, okay? I'm more than that. Alright?
I just turn to Shion and I'm like, I'm sorry, I think you're the only person I haven't caught the name of yet.
And I sort of reply in Elvish. I'll just give my name, like, I am Shion of House Loranil. Pleased to meet you. What is your name again?
I'll reply in Elvish. That's nice. It's nice to meet you. My name's Maeve.
Nice to
Gonna-
meet you.
We're just gonna talk in some random languages now? We're all not gonna get to know each other, huh? Just forget about the elephant in the room, huh? We're gonna forget about him. Act like he's not here?
It is not my fault you do not speak the language of our people, darling.
Well, I'm sorry, darling, that I was raised somewhere else. I didn't get a chance to learn your language.
I can teach you, Don Ross. Don't worry.
Well, Don, is it okay if I call you Don? You were also kind of interacting with the Alastair earlier. Like I saw you guys had like some, I don't know, hand signs or something. That also wasn't really communicating with us. So if you want to take offense with that, maybe also look at yourself.
Oh, so now we're turning this on me, huh? We're gonna turn this. Oh, I get it. Hey, let's blame the only animal around in this party, the animal of the party. I get it. Hey, don't worry.
Not an animal.
It's great. What? What'd you say?
I thought you're not an animal.
Gentlemen,
Just now you didn't
gentlemen,
want us.
Hey, you better watch your language to me,
Gentlemen.
sir. I'll
Let's-
throw you across this room.
let's keep our
We shall
composure
try.
here. Let's keep all calm. We had a very busy day. It's getting late.
Yes,
I would
let us go
suggest-
before this escalates any further.
I would suggest you guys go with Mr. Whitestaff and get some rest. And Miss Lornell and I will go to the temple and see if we can get some more information. And we'll meet up with you guys later.
Okay. Does about tomorrow, before everybody heads off, what's the plan tomorrow morning?
Don't we have to meet with that, the rich guy again? Talk about some stuff? I don't know. I know people said that was what we had to do.
Yes, I believe Mr. Featherstone promised us something in return of helping him at the market. So we made an appointment with Mr. Featherstone.
Okay. So should we all meet here in the morning?
Well, I believe we are staying with Mr. Whitestaff. So
I'm not sure if the room is big enough. I will have to check.
I won't be staying. I have somewhere in mind where I'm staying tonight. So my spot's free.
Huh?
I have booked a room in the other tavern.
Wait.
Unfortunately, because this one is far better.
You're telling me we're all about to split up again?
Well, we'll
was-
meet up here in the morning, I think, and
Wait, y'all want me to sleep outside as well? Someone's got the dog. I mean, potty train me or something or what?
I'm
I
sleeping
think we might
outside.
be-
Mr. Don Ross, I will accompany Mr. Whitestaff as well, since he is gonna examine my tattoo for it. So if you want to join, feel free to stay in the room with us as well.
You sure you're gonna be okay with that? I'm 7'8".
So I'm almost 2 meters, so I can handle you.
I'll stick with the forest lady.
Yeah, I'm staying in the sort of the naturey area I found yesterday. It's quite a nice spot actually.
And don't worry, us forest people, us animal people will stick together, you know what I mean?
I really did not mean offense earlier, but I'm sorry then if you took offense from it.
You're good. I have that childish mindset. It's okay. I get it.
Let us go before this passive-aggressive man throws someone across the room.
Very well.
as the pair of you get up and you leave the tavern and make your way back towards the temple. Before we get to the temple, what are the other three doing? Maeve, Erhard, and Donros. Are you two going off to your naturey tavern, or are you staying for a bit? What's the plan?
Our meals?
Yeah.
They would have been during the performance.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have received food and stuff during the performance. Yeah. So you had your peanuts, Donros. Everyone else had like soups, breads, and some cheese. And Socks had his pile of like lettuce leaves.
Well, first I need to ask you, Onion. Did I notice where the apples went?
Yes, they are. They were launched across the tavern over to this table here, which looks to be like a large halfling family. Just got attacked by 3 apples, which after a while you see the children just started eating.
Oh, okay. Like I had thought maybe I would go over there and apologize, but I guess seeing that they've taken the entertainment for food, then it's fine.
Yeah.
So I would just turn around to Maeve and Donros and just say, well, I'm gonna have my meal, but if you guys wanna sit here and chat a bit, I've been quite curious about this little mushroom person you have with you. If you don't mind telling me more about it, I would be curious.
So his name's Socks, and I don't actually know that much about him either. We met 2 days ago on the road to Karass, and he was getting chased by some evil-looking twig creatures, and he just came sprinting at me, hands up in the air, and so we got rid of the scary twig people, and he's been on my shoulder ever since, and he's just part of the gang now.
As you gesture to your shoulder, he's not there.
And
Well, that's great.
maybe I should do a perception check to see where
Sure.
Socks has gone.
Can I join her with that too?
Oh yeah,
I would
if you want
also
to join us, oh yeah, go
we
for it.
all look for Socks. Oh no.
Perception.
Let's see what
Oh,
everyone
dear.
rolls. Yeah, so as you're all looking around, trying to find where this little guy has gone, Donros, you see the table across from you here. You see Socks currently laying underneath someone's plate, pulling pieces of veg off of the plate and under it and eating it. It's like a bowl, and he's like underneath it, like pulling it down and then like just chewing on it.
I'm gonna stand up. Do I see anyone with leaves on their plates?
What on your table or elsewhere?
Anywhere I can find
there's
leaves.
plenty of people eating like salads and stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the nearest person who has leaves on their plate, and I'm like, hey, can I see a few of those, please?
Yeah. You walk over to this table here, I'd say, and there's a really old guy eating a salad, and he just turns to you. He's like, "What?
Listen, sir. Just trust me. I just need
I
one
don't
leaf.
have
Just
any
one or two.
change."
Sir, I don't want your money. I want some leaves. You know, like the thing you're eating, the salad, the leaves.
Well,
Give me the leaves, please, sir. Just
I
give me
would
the
like
leaves,
you-
please.
I'd
Just
like
please.
you to leave me alone.
I look at him and I take a few silver out. I take 3 pieces of silver and I just kind of like slam it on the table next to him. Like, give me some leaves.
Sure. And he just like
Thank you.
holds the plate up to you.
I take
as he
like my
takes
big
the
hand
silver.
goes on this plate. 'Cause I'm pretty pissed. I just pull off some leaves and I'm gonna walk over to that table. And I'm like, scoot. Like I'm gonna tell them all to scoot over a little bit.
Wait, which table? The one with
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you walk on over, I'll put you over here. As yeah, you see this dragonborn man. He's quite big. He's broad-shouldered, scaly
bigger than me.
tail. No, you think he's about 6'4" maybe? And he's stood there and he's just he's got like this steak and a salad on the side of his plate. And he's tucking into the steak, and he's got this bowl, with just like salad leaves and stuff in. And he just looks up at you and he's like, "Excuse me."
Sir, I have a friend under your table. I need to get him. Can you please just scoot over for a second so I can get him out? Just for a second, sir. I'm not trying to cause problems. I just want to get my little friend out from under your table. Please, just stop. Stop questioning me. I get it. I'm a large elephant man. I get it. And you just think that every time I come talk to anyone in this freaking place, all they want to do is look at me and talk down. I get it. You think I'm menacing. You think I want to fight. But I'm not here to fight. I don't want no part of fighting you. I just want to get this little mushroom man out from under your table and take him back to my table. Please.
All you had to do was ask. And he just slides the plate and bowl over. And he sits on the other chair.
I kneel down and I hold out the leaves. I'm like, Socks, let's go.
As you look under the table, where he never was in the first place, because he was under the bowl lip, you notice that Socks was clinging onto the leaves of the bowl for dear life and is still underneath the bowl lid.
I stand up and I look at the bowl. And I'm like, he's there. And I point at the bowl.
And he lifts the bowl up, and you can just see hanging from some leaves is his socks. And he's just like,
I put the leaves down next to him.
Mushroom has arms.
Yeah, just ignore it, dude. We get it. It's interesting. It's whatever. Come on, Socks, let's go. And I kind of grab him and I put him with the leaves on my hand.
Yeah, and as you grab him and take him, some of the leaves come out of the bowl with him that he's holding on to for dear life. He's not letting go. And the guy just looks at you and he's like, "What?"
I take some of the leaves off my bowl or off my hand. I put it in his bowl. I just kind of like, "There you go, buddy." And I just take Socks and I walk back over to my table.
He doesn't say anything. He just watches you in just pure amazement at what the hell just happened to him.
Great.
Yeah, you walk back over.
I'm cursing and locks it in right now.
And as you put Socks down on the table, we'll cut back over to Shion and Arcturus as they arrive at the front of the temple. And you can definitely tell as you get there now, it is a lot quieter. There seems to not be a lot of footfall going in and out of this temple. But yeah, you arrive at the doors.
And we look around for like the lunar worship, like the moon worship.
Yeah. As you walk through the main doors, you can see that there are a few worshippers of each of the stations. However, it's just a lot less. Whereas before you saw the gymnasium area outside was quite packed. Now there's like one like absolutely stacked Leonin man who is just like lifting weights like crazy in the middle, like really late at night. And there's like a few people at the fire brazier, and they're just saying a little prayer and throwing in some parchment. And but apart from that, you walk over to the lunar area with a stained glass window and the moon and the light you can see is coming through the stained glass into the pool of water. And now that there is light reflecting on it, you can see at the bottom scattering of coins at the bottom of the well of like the little pond. And next to it, you see a woman, all in white robes, and she seems to be wearing a white mask, complete white with just eye holes. And she stood beside it. Let me just change the music because this is a bit too cheery.
It's very cheery for a moon temple.
Yeah, let me put on.
In the meantime.
We'll do this one.
Very soothing. There's the temple. Well, Miss Lornell, let's find 4 clues here. I believe the person in the middle, in the white dress with white mask. Maybe we can get some information from her.
Yes, she may be able to tell us more. You are absolutely right.
So we approach her.
Yeah, you walk over, and as you do, the masked individual looks towards you. And it's quite eerie, because obviously there's no facial expression or anything. It's just this plain white mask with 2 eye holes.
Excuse me, miss. Can you tell us more about this place, and in particular this shrine?
You wish to know of the Shrine of Ixus?
We do.
Yes, and I sort of show like my tattoo and if she knows anything more about this.
And yeah, seeing your tattoo, she gets closer and she says, "May I?" As she extends a white gloved hand.
Naturally.
And she touches your arm. And as she does, the masked face looks towards you once more, like into your eyes. And she says, "A terrible curse. A curse upon you, which makes you the chosen of Ixus."
Can you tell me a bit more about said curse?
You will die at the next full moon.
Well, that is rather quick, won't you say?
That's soothing.
That is very good to know.
Do you want to roll me an insight check?
Yeah.
You both can.
Both
You're
of us,
both
yeah.
there looking at this woman like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Both of you roll me insights. 17 and
Oh,
13.
horrible.
Yeah, Arcturus, you're a little unsure. You can't quite read this woman. You can't see any facial expressions or anything. Shion, this woman is lying through her teeth. You can tell that this woman's composure, she is really struggling to keep it together right now. And you swear you heard her chuckle from behind that mask.
All right, truth now. Dying within a year? Can't you come up with anything better than that?
And you can't see her facial expression, but you definitely get the sense that she's like, damn it. Like, I've been caught. And, well, very well. And she takes the mask off, and you can see it's an elven woman. It's a dark-skinned elven woman, very dark, like purplish skin. And she smiles at you, and she's got a beaming smile. And she says, well, I always try that on the people that always arrive. You see, Ixus is, well, some refer to her as the Lady of Stars, the Moon Mistress, the Light of the Night, the Lady of Smiles, the Trickster, and the Weaver of Smiles are some of her names. And as you may or may not have noticed, some of her oaths and ways of living is to create pranks and trick others. And, you know, I was just trying to do what my goddess would have wanted in a time like this. But clearly you are too wise for me, young lady.
Yes, well, I have dealt with such people before. However, you look like you and I. But truth now, can you tell me something in reality about this tattoo?
Well, it's quite pretty. Other than that, it's of a moon, and is that fire?
Yes, it seems to have some sort of a magical origin, but if you do not know more, then I will leave you be, I guess.
I don't think this woman is any use of us, Miss Lorena.
No, apparently so. So we'll just bid her goodbye, I guess.
Yeah, and she just looks at you and she smiles and she's like, remember, Ixus is always watching. You could die in a year. And she just walk off, and yeah, she's just like cackling to herself by the well.
Can I roll a investigation?
What for? What are you trying
Just
to
to look around if there's something else that can aid us in our quest for information.
Why don't you roll me a religion check?
Religion.
as you're in the temple, a very religious temple, 14. As you look around at the different symbols, you can see that there is one of the sun, which is a similar tattoo as your own, but again, it's not quite stylized in the same way. Like Shion's is a moon crescent, whereas the holy symbol for Ixus is a full moon. Yours is of a blue sun, like with the fire being blue, whereas Solidin's is of a red sun with like a golden light around it. And you seem to think after a while that maybe it's these aren't related to it, and maybe it's just more of the a pattern of whatever arcane influence this is that's come upon your body.
Okay.
I realized I might want to ask something to the other elf anyway. I noticed that your complexion is similar to mine, and you are of elven origin. Are you from Quirin by any chance?
No, not at all. I'm originally from the Underdark. I've spent many years beneath the ground, and when I turned 136, I decided to leave.
Fair enough. I think I've heard enough.
That's fine. Well, again, it's a year away.
Sorry. Is this all the information we are looking for, Shion?
No, we need to know multiple things. I want to know how to contact my family. I want to know where the Orb of Eternal Flame is, and I want to know what these tattoos mean. If we can find the answer to any of these three questions here, I will be glad. And we will not have been sent here for nothing.
So, what do you suggest now? We take a look at the other shrines? Maybe the shrine of Ixis herself?
Maybe that large Leonin man knows something. And I guess we walk there.
You make your way over to the large Leonin man, and as you start making your way outside into the moonlit gymnasium that's here, you walk out and roll me both a perception check. Nice. Yeah, so Arcturus, as you're looking around, there's some really heavy duty like gymnasium equipment here, and you can see that these people are like serious gym goers. And it's like big weights, it's like the big massive weights, and this guy is currently doing pull-ups, and Shion, what you notice is he only starts counting once you got closer. And when you get closer, you hear him go, 436, 437, 430. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. And then he like drops down, and he looks at you, and he like flexes ever so slightly as he like stands looking towards you. How can I help you, ma'am?
I sort of size him up and down. Nice pecs, darling.
Why, thank you very much. Rackland makes sure that I'm always in physical condition for any fights or wars that happen in these parts.
Wars, you say?
Well, you never know when the time might arise that a holy warrior has to attend the battlefield.
A holy warrior such as yourself?
Well, you're looking at him.
Interesting. Tell me more about that.
Well, I fight in the name of Rackland. He's the god of war, tactics, and strength. And, sometimes places like these come under attack from great threats, and I just have to do my bit to make sure that the people are safe, such as yourself and your friend here, young lady.
I think we are capable of more than we might look. However, I may have some questions. Would you care to assist me in any way?
My actions speak much louder than my words, but I will try my best.
Excellent.
I'm just standing in the back because he's totally not interested in me. So
He's shorter than you, and you definitely see him eyeing you up every now and then, because he's maybe slightly envious. But apart from that, yeah, he seems pretty focused on Shion at the minute.
Where are you from, good sir? Let's start with that.
Me myself, well, I'm from Arantis. I'm from these parts, born and bred in Essen.
Okay, and do you perhaps... I mean, you must be here for a reason at this god-awful time of day. Do you maybe worship the moon goddess?
I do not know. I worship Raklan, but as I say, no matter what the time of day is, you can always get stronger. So I make sure I'm here night and day to make sure I double the efforts. You never know when a war is going to be around the corner.
Very admirable, good sir. Maybe my companion has something to add?
And I'm just still looking at her like, nice racks, really?
Very well. So, do you see this tattoo I have? Do you maybe know anything about this? I've been trying to find some answers, but I cannot find any.
That looks mighty like that Ixus goddess, but those lot are a bunch of weirdos. One year they changed all the weights in this gymnasium to the lowest weight. Well, let me just have you know that I had to go around and change them all again. I was not quite happy about it.
Oh, those people. That's not very nice of them, no. And I just look at Arcturus and like, yeah, this guy's got piece for brain, so maybe we should just go.
and I'm just looking back at her like, this is like the lowest you've been.
I'm not saying this. I'm just like sort of implying it, like. Mm-hmm.
I can definitely see that she is like very confused about this all. She's like,
all brawn and no brains. Never mind this.
Well,
maybe.
I hope the pair of you have a pleasant evening, but I've got another 400 more of these to do.
Excellent. You keep going with that, darling.
And he jumps up and he's like, oh, I lost count. Well, I'll start again. 1. And then he just starts carrying on.
Can we look around a bit more because this was hopeless?
Yeah. As you look around, yeah, it is just there is a lot of different priests of different religions walking around, saying their prayers in the evening to different places. You see a few people go out to the graveyard and seem to be leaving flowers for those that have died, and then they go up to this shed-like thing with a hanging lantern of green flame, and as they walk out, you see them close the door, and maybe 30 seconds pass, and then they come back out and open the door again.
Is there a library nearby?
There is in the yes, in Zemnia's. Let me just double check. I don't want to give you the wrong information. Zitos. In the Shrine of Zitos, which is of the purple-skinned dragonborn statue, there is a small little library with various books, and there is there's a few people that come in, pay their respects to a donation bucket by the side of the shrine, and there seems to be about 3 or 4 bookcases full of books. It just seems to be world history and stuff, and different information on parts of the world.
Not very useful at all. In my opinion, dear Shion, I would say there's no much information we can get here at this temple.
No, I am starting to wonder why they sent us here in the first place.
In my opinion, I would suggest let's return to the tavern. Let's make Mr. Widestaff put his spell on Mitre to maybe provide us with more information. And then after we met up with Mr. Featherstone, we can try to send those spells to actually send your family a message.
Yes, we might be able to do. I think that might be more practical than what we are doing now. I mean, these people, they are either interested in only pulling pranks or they are more interested in their physical ability.
Well, you seem kind of interested in it as well.
Interested. If I wanted a good body, I would ask the Elephant Man out.
Very well, Miss Loreno. And I turn around and I head back to the tavern.
Yeah, I'll just follow.
And Maven Donross, where are you going this evening? Do you leave the tavern? Oh wait, no, you're talking about Socks. That was it. Yeah. So as this is all going on, the three of you are sat around the table, and Socks is currently just sat in the middle of all three of you, just looking around.
I'm giving him a stare right now. I'm just kind of staring at him, make sure he doesn't wander off again, and then just I'm giving him a smile. I'm looking very friendly to the little Socks man. I don't want to make him scared or anything, but I'm just kind of like letting him know, I'm just watching over him. He doesn't run off again. Yeah.
Just so you know, Lan, Tim isn't muted.
Uh-oh.
But yeah, carry on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just sat around munching on some leaves.
Can I reach out and like give him a little pet, like start petting him?
Where do you touch him?
Shit. Let me look. So you see his blue little fungus thing? I'm just gonna kind of like slowly go over that. I'm just gonna very calmly. I'm not gonna try to put too much pressure on, but I'm just gonna give him a little bit of pet. Hopefully that helps him calm down.
With him know you're looking at him, or without him knowing?
Without him, with him knowing.
With him knowing. Okay, yeah, sure. And yeah, you touch it, and it's very soft to touch. It's like spongy.
I'm gonna stop touching that. That feels weird.
Yep.
Yeah, just gonna pull my hand back very awkwardly and just kind of. Yeah.
He
So
just looks
May-
at you.
You looked at me? Okay, cool.
I just want to sort of. I just want to talk to Socks there. Well, not talk. I'm going to try and do some sign language here with him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, Socks, look at me.
Just staring at Donross.
Okay, so I pick Socks up and I turn him towards me so he's facing me.
Yeah, he's looking at you now.
Okay, okay. So I go, okay, look, you? No more.
He looks at you, and then he like slowly nods.
And I'm like, yes, well done. And I pick out a little leaf out of my pouch and give it to him as a treat that he's done well.
He takes it, he eats it, and starts consuming it, and then looks back up at you, and then slowly nods again. And then like holds his hands up expectantly.
Okay, I see where this is going. So, in return, I tap on my shoulder, and I put my hand out on the table so he can essentially walk up there. I put my tap on my shoulder, and I'm like, I'll just wait.
He looks, and then like he squints at you slightly, and then slowly starts climbing up your arm, and then sits on your shoulder, and then nods.
And then
holds his hands out.
I'll reach into my pocket and give him another leaf.
Then he starts munching on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. So you made some sort of progress with him, right?
Yeah, I'm very proud of that. I don't know how long this is going to. I don't know how this is going to go, but
I don't know.
yeah, we can teach him some tricks.
We should definitely try to teach him. If you said he has some vocal cords, maybe we can teach him some language and have him talk.
Yeah, I don't know if he does speak a language, but if he doesn't, maybe we can try and teach him some words, at least.
Yeah,
So,
that makes sense.
so I kind of cut in and then just talk to Maeve and be like, so you were mentioning earlier he was shrieking and running towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I try and maybe talk to him?
Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
And I don't know, I kind of, like we were on the map earlier in the tavern, I kind of go over and sit next to her, and like where on the shoulder, like on the side where Socks is sitting on her shoulder, and I just kind of I look over at Don Ross and I'm like, can I borrow one of your leaves there that you grabbed earlier?
Sure. And I just kind of just put them all right in front of him. I just dump them all
Sure.
down.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna stand up, and I'm gonna go over. Man, I don't know. Oh, we're not on the screen no more.
Yeah, we're not on the map anymore.
Okay.
Can't hear you though, Onion. I see your
Yeah,
lips
we can hear
moving,
you.
but
Ah, that's because I
He
was
was-
still
was
muted. Yeah, it's done. There you go. You're back on the screen.
Cool.
Cool. I just want to get up, and I kind of just want to walk and sit. Man, everyone's here. I was gonna walk and sit here, right at the bar.
Cool. So I take one of the leaves and I kind of hold it to Socks and I'm like, hey there, little guy. My name is Erhard. And you are? And I just talk in common, but yeah. You muted.
Muted.
He holds his hands out, just trying to take the leaf. I thought I'd clicked it, but obviously not.
Sure. Yeah, I give him the leaf. And I try to talk to him in Sylvan. And I'm like, do you know how to talk?
He looks at you.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you nod
Yes.
your head if you do?
Give me 1 second. There. He just looks at you.
And I just talk to him in common again. Well, it was worth a try. And I just give him another leaf.
Yeah, he takes it and starts munching on it.
And then I just say to Maeve, well, doesn't seem like that worked.
no, it doesn't. I don't know if I should try again. I have tried, but I feel like the last time I tried, it wasn't a good go because all I showed him was the leaf, and he just there's nothing else going on for him if he sees a leaf. So.
Does he react to other things? Like, you said he ran away in fear. Like, does he get entertained? Does he get... I don't know. He seems to get curious. I mean, he wanders off.
The only time he's ever made a noise when I've seen him is when he was scared and getting chased. Not saying we should do that.
Do you think he might be ticklish?
You can try, but he might put some poison gas out. I've seen him do it. It's quite funny.
So maybe I shouldn't touch him. He doesn't know me that well.
You maybe try with a leaf if he doesn't eat it from you straight away.
Okay. So I take a leaf and I try and tickle him like on the belly area.
With the leaf, or you're tickling
Yeah,
him?
with the leaf. With the leaf.
Okay. He's trying to grab it.
Well, I guess I just try and evade him a bit, like wave it around
Yeah.
him and just play a bit of it.
He's like this, just like following the leaf around, trying
Yeah.
to get it.
And then I take the leaf away again and I ask him, is it okay if I touch you?
He's looking at the leaf.
Unfortunate. I guess I just give him the leaf, and as I do, I also try and like touch his feet a bit.
Yeah, you go for the feet. As you touch the feet, Erhard, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
He's poisonous.
You succeed. As you see, the second you touch him, a puff of blue, like spores, like erupt out of him. And actually, I need Maeve you to roll me a con save as well, because he's technically on your shoulder still.
Is it just Constitution or?
The saving throws, it's to the right of the stats. at the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There'll be one that says Constitution save. Awesome. Yeah, you both save, but you start coughing as you definitely feel like something happened, and it was like a not a very nice feeling. Like you started to feel unwell, but then your body managed to shrug it off.
Do I see this?
I would say if you're at the bar looking at the barmaid, no. But if you're leaning against it looking out, yes.
I'm kind of just like looking at the whole place. Like I'm kind of just
Then
scanning
sure.
around.
Yeah, I'd say that you'd see it.
I'm gonna start laughing.
Okay, I have an idea. I want to grab all of my leaves that I have in my pouch
Yeah.
in my hand, and in my other hand, I want to produce a flame, a small flame,
Yeah.
because I don't want to set the place afire. I just want to have a little lighter,
Yeah.
and I want Socks to see this,
Yeah.
and I want to just be like, you know, like I kind of like just go like at him, like you know,
Okay.
it's gonna happen. What's gonna happen?
He's staring at the leaves.
Okay, so I'll burn a leaf.
Okay. Yeah, so you take one leaf and then burn it?
Yeah, just very slowly burn it right in front
His
of him.
eyes go wide.
No noise? No noise? Okay.
Not at this moment.
I feel bad. Don't want to keep doing
worth it.
Yeah, I put the rest of the leaf back in my pocket. I'm not gonna burn
You
all of
see
it.
his face relaxes slightly.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I think for tonight I'm gonna leave Socks be with his with just his leaves and no language for us now. But I'd stick my hand back out because is he still on my shoulder?
I'd say for that you would have put him down because
Yes.
obviously you were holding him out. So yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so I
you put your hand out.
put my hand out. I do the. Pardon?
You climb straight back up the second you put your hand out.
Okay, and I give him a leaf.
Yeah, and he takes it and he starts munching on it, and he's very happy, very content. As at this point, you do notice that he grabs like some of your hair, as if he's like holding on to it.
Onto my hair.
Onto your hair, almost like for stability. Before he'd never done it before, but now he's like holding on to you for stability.
Can I smell his breath?
Yeah, I would say you get a little odor from him. He smells a little funky.
Okay.
It's probably the best way to describe it. He's got a funky sort of smell.
Well, you smell interesting, Socks, tonight. Think it's time for you to go to sleep. Izzy doesn't understand, but so I just say to myself, I kind of look at Don Ross and Erhard, and what's your plan for the rest of the evening? Because I think I'm gonna go head out and go to bed.
I don't know. Can I investigate the mushroom somehow? Like find out what kind of creature he might be?
Sure, roll me a nature check. He is definitely a mushroom of sorts. Other than that, you've never seen a mushroom creature man like this. So yeah, you're unsure. You know what? Roll me an intelligence check. Flat intelligence.
How do I do that? Just
On the
click
left-hand
intelligence?
side, yeah, click on intelligence. 19. You're aware of fey creatures. You have experienced some fey creatures in your time. You have a strong feeling he could be fey. He might not be a beast or he's not like an animal, or he's not like a humanoid, but maybe he is like a fey being. And you know those to come in a variety of different forms, like pixies, dryads, unicorns, centaurs, satyrs, that they have all sorts of strange things, but you definitely get the sense he could be a fey creature.
Cool. I kind of tell Maeve that insight, I guess, share with her, like, he seems to be like, yeah, a magical fey being of sorts.
Okay, that's that's good to know. Quick question, Onion. Would I have seen creatures like this before, where I'm from?
You haven't until very recently.
Okay, so it's new for me. Okay, that's
Very
fine.
new.
Yeah, okay.
As in, like, the day you met him new.
Yeah, okay. So that's fine then. Yeah. So yeah, no, that's good to know. So, what do you know about fey creatures, Ehad?
Well, I've lived with them for a while, but other than that, like really just their everyday lifestyles and interactions. But they come in all shapes and sizes, and yeah, they can be very different. Like I haven't seen, as far as I know, a mushroom man like this.
Yeah, that's correct. You haven't. You've primarily probably seen like pixies, fairies, dryads, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good to know. Well, I really like him regardless of what he is, so I think I'm gonna keep him around for a while.
Well, he seems to have some kind of, intuition as well. Who knows what's really going on in that little head?
Yeah, no, indeed. I'm very, very curious why he's decided to come along with us. I don't know if it's because I had leaves, or I don't know, but he's here for the ride.
And on that note, I kind of, would tell you, I've noticed you smelled his breath, and also that he held on to you for support. You know those potions, they can have a bit of like an intoxicating effect, and such a small little man, maybe you want to give him a bit of water. It might help.
I can try. Well, I'm gonna actually head back now to where I'm staying tonight, and I've got a bunch of water and stuff back there anyway. So I'll make sure he gets some water. Those potions are really weird, but they make me feel funny. I like it.
I'm glad.
And so with that, I probably get up and go my way. I kind of look at Don Ross and like, what are you doing?
I mean, I thought I already said I was gonna follow her, because I don't really know these people very well. So I'm gonna get up. I'm just gonna kind of slowly walk behind her. Just kind of follow along.
And Maeve, do you take him to the area that you stayed in on your first night here?
Yeah, I don't see. Maeve doesn't see any bad in bringing people that she's only known for a day to her sleeping spot.
Yeah, and as she leads you, she leads you away from the taverns, Don Ross, and it's almost back towards the Golden Sands ward. But just before it, you see this big park-like area, and there is like a small little river in it, and some trees and bushes. And she walks right to the corner of this park, and starts going through the bushes, and you just see her go into them, and then you can't see her anymore.
Maeve, I know I said that I'd sleep outside because, that was a joke, by the way. That was an animal or creature. I mean, if you actually sleep inside, we could go inside. I don't know,
No. I stayed here last night. It's really nice. There's a nice patch of grass. It's nice and secluded. So you walk right through these bushes, nice secluded little grassy area. I put on my little roll-out mattress. It's really nice.
Okay, you know what? I'll play along with for the night. I get it.
Yeah, you Don Ross, you try and push past the bushes a bit better, but you're a bigger guy. It's a bit harder to without trampling on them a little bit. But you do manage to get behind, and it's not massively spacious, but the two of you could sleep here comfortably. Well, as comfortable as sleeping in a park gets.
Right.
It's really comfortable.
I'll just think of this as a little camping thing we're doing for the night. I don't know. Anywho, so you just sleep out here? I mean, what if I don't know, wolves or something comes and gets you?
I'm not scared of wolves. I've dealt with them a bunch where I'm from.
Right. Well, I mean, okay. Well, if you're not scared, I guess, why not? Okay.
I don't think, honestly, I've seen a bunch of creatures today, but wolves, I don't feel like we would really find around here.
Okay. Yeah, well, I would, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Just so you know, you are still in the city walls. This is just this is like a small park in the city that people like go to like walk around.
Right. Okay. Cool. I'll play along for the night. I'm gonna just I'm gonna sit down, and I'm kind of just looking around like awkwardly because I've never kind of done this before. Oddly, coming from a big elephant man, I'm just kind of I'm kind of awkward as well because I'm sleeping in a secluded part of the forest with someone I just met this day, and I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm weirded. I'm just very awkward.
Yeah. And oh, go on.
Oh, I'm just gonna say, so Maeve is totally fine with what's going on and reaches out for a water pouch and offers it to Socks.
Yeah, and at that point, you notice Socks runs off into the bushes, and a few moments later comes back, and he's carrying 3 nuts, and he puts them down, and he brings each of you a nut, and then sits there munching on one himself.
Thank you, buddy. I just kind of I put it in a little bag or something.
Yep.
I put the nut away.
Yeah, I did the same, and I just nod at him, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah, he just looks very content eating away at this nut. But as we cut back to the others, Arcturus and Shion, you walk back into the tavern and see Erhard eating his meal and seems to be just finishing up and getting ready to leave as the pair of you walk in.
And I want to walk upon Mr. Erhard.
So are you, Shion.
I know. I was just telling him.
Yeah, because someone muted me in Discord and I didn't see that one coming.
Oh, wait, who did?
Huh? Oh, I don't know.
I think. Oh, okay. That's all good.
Yeah, I'm good now. As I was saying, I am just walking up to Mr. Bivestaff, and I'll see what he's up to.
Welcome back. How was your expedition? I don't know what to call it. Your trip.
Worthless, darling. All these people were either interested in pulling pranks or their own physical well-being. Maybe you can be of more assistance.
Yes.
Well,
Other than pranking women and people with nice packs, we didn't find anything at the temple at all.
Well then, I guess we shall head upstairs. I will just tell the barmaid that I'm done for the evening, I guess, and yeah, then we can head upstairs.
It sounds like an excellent plan. Is she on?
Very well. Let us go.
3 of you ascend the stairs to your room, Erhard. And yeah, when you walk in, it's not a particularly spacious room. As it was for a performance, they don't give you the bigger rooms. It's definitely a smaller room with a single bed and a small little desk and a chest of drawers in this room. But there's enough space for all 3 of you to sit comfortably in. But all 3 of you to sleep in would definitely be another story. But yeah, the 3 of you sit in the room, and yeah, Erhard, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I would take out my ritual book and check through the spell that I had in mind to identify the tattoo, and I notice as I check that I'm in need of an ingredient, and I like a pearl, a rather what do you call it? Shit. The opposite of worthless.
Expensive?
Like a valuable, a valuable pearl. And I checked through my bag, and I seem to have lost it or misplaced it. And I tell that to Arcturus and Shion. the spell I had in mind, I seem to be lacking one of my ingredients, which is rather expensive to come by, and we might have to check about acquiring it. But I could try and just have a look at your marks again. I have like another, like, now that we have a bit of a quiet moment, I can concentrate better, and on that I think I would like to do the
another Arcana check.
Yeah, but there is, let me see, how do I check this again? The Tides of Chaos. Anytime
You
before
wanna
you
Give yourself advantage.
Yes.
I just want to double check that's. I think that's how it works, but I just want to double check it. Let me just read it real quick. That's only. Oh, it is. Yeah, ability check as well. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Sure. Yeah. You want to use your Tides of Chaos? That's not a problem. Just have you read the bottom part of that as well?
Yes, I've read that.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Magic
you sit there and you really concentrate. Who are you checking on first? Which one of the two would you like to go with first?
I guess I would look at Arcturus first, because we had the most like interaction and direct interaction.
Not a problem. As you start checking, roll me your check and
the Arcana.
Yeah, and it will be with advantage as you use your Tides of Chaos.
Do I mark that somehow, or just?
If you just roll, it will just roll 2 anyway, and we'll take the highest out of the 2.
Sure. Oh dear God.
Yeah. So as you're checking, you manage to manipulate the event by forcing it with a little bit of your own magic, but it just doesn't quite go right. Can you roll me a D100, please? And
yes.
It doesn't mean it's coming into play right this second, but then we'll know what it is.
Just the D100 thingy.
Slash space 1D100, or click the D100 button on the dice roller thingy. Yeah.
Should have gone through.
Okay, I'm just pulling up the table because I'm probably going to need it. Okay, yeah, and unfortunately, you don't really ascertain. Oh, you don't really ascertain too much from the from the tattoo itself. Other than the fact that you know it is magical in nature, but apart from that, yeah, you're not sure what it is that is magical about it.
That's quite unfortunate.
So what was it that you needed again? Something quite expensive, you said? You know money is not an issue in my family.
As you say that, Erhard vanishes.
Looking visible confused? What's happening here?
Looking like this, yeah.
And all that remains is just a silver glittery shower of like glitter in his place.
Where the hell did he go?
Can I run an Arcana check by myself?
Sure.
There.
Yeah, you've actually dabbled in this a little yourself. This is some form of uncontrolled planar travel. And as you think that to yourself, you're like, what? We're gonna cut to Erhard, who currently is floating in space. Yeah. As he's just floating there, just slowly drifting with no gravity around, as you just see chunks of debris floating in the distance, and a gigantic, what you can only assume, silvered serpent flowing through the air. And just as you're thinking, well, this isn't good, pop, he's back in the room, and just another shower of like silvery glitter. As Arcturus, you see, sat right in front of you, Erhard.
That was weird.
What the hell was that?
Well, that has never happened to me before. Like my magic can be quite unpredictable sometimes. but that was weird.
It looked to me you were transported to another world, dimension. You weren't on this plane anymore, so it seems. What happened? What did you see?
I was. It seemed like I was floating through the stars, almost surrounded by debris and like a silver serpent flying by. I don't know. It was really, really out of this world. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what is the meaning of this serpent? Did you come across it sooner, or is it the first time?
I don't believe so. Let me think about it. Can I roll a check for that?
That's the first time that's ever happened to you. You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I'm just baffled. I don't know what it means or what it might be.
Can I roll a history check to see if I know if I read about this?
Oh, roll me a history check. Are you wanting to know if you've read about this type of magic or where you went?
This type of magic and
Sure.
what happened. I rolled already.
17. So with a 17, you think back, you have heard of sorcerers. You know that Ahad is a sorcerer. That's how he's introduced himself in the past. And you know that they are born with the magic. However, you do know that there is a rare case of individuals that can't quite control it. And when they try to bend things more to their will, they express arcane power. But sometimes in very strange ways. I would say with a 17, you've heard of people that have turned into animals by complete accident for a short period of time. You've heard of people that teleport to places where they definitely shouldn't be. And you've also heard of people losing all of their hair just randomly due to stuff like this. And you know these to be usually deemed as wild magic sorcerers.
Okay. Well, it seems I've read about it, and a weird voice in your head just told you all about it.
Sure.
You are
Yeah.
not suggesting we try this again on me, are we?
Well, I'm rather exhausted from that. I can't really do it that way, but I can do just investigate it again.
Very well, but keep your weird magic away from me, please.
Yeah, would you like to roll another Arcana check, but on
Yes.
Shion's? Yeah, go for it. Oh, a 24. Nice. As you study Shion's, you seem to get a better understanding. She's half elf, and you know the anatomy more of half elves than you do Vidalkans. So it's a little bit different. So you do know like what should be where in a half elf. So as you're studying and starting to look at the magics that are there, you can definitely tell this is a very ancient magic. You seem to think this is elemental in nature and almost like a branding as opposed to like a sigil. It seems to be like maybe a mark of ownership.
Okay, so I tell them that, and also, how did this come to you?
Shall we tell him or not?
Yes, I think it's best to be honest with this guy.
Very well. Go ahead, tell him.
When Lady Lorna and I first met, we were chained in a temple, unknown the location. We were met by a specific sort of magical creature, which set us free in exchange of finding a certain artifact. While doing that, he branded us with, in my case, a sun, and in her case, a moon. we are still figuring out why and how and what it means. So that was why we turned to your aid, Mr. Whitestaff.
Well, from what you're telling me there, it seems like it's almost like sun and moon are opposites, so it might be two sides of a coin of sorts. And also this kind of branding, it seems like, yeah, that creature somehow bound you to him like a contract, maybe, to force you to uphold this task he has set you upon.
It is, as he mentioned. We are to find this orb of eternal flame, the one that was in Mr. Featherstone's possession, and which we are now trying to retrieve. But yes, we have come across some unfortunate circumstances, so yes, we need to find this orb, and then maybe this deity or whatever it calls itself will release us of this so-called contract.
Do you know anything about the nature of this orb, other than, well, an ominous name of the orb of flame? I mean, or fire. That sounds rather dangerous.
Unfortunately, we do not.
No, we have tried questioning the said deity, but he wasn't really. He didn't really want to answer our questions.
So he was talking to you physically or in your mind?
I would say he was there physically. But
Yes, he
then
was
again,
bound to this temple. Well,
Okay. Have you told anyone else about this?
no, this is not something we want to divulge to too many people. But it seems that you were of the trustworthy kind, and your magic, well, you have showed that you are very proficient in magic, so we may be in need of a little bit of assistance in this matter.
and then in that case, I would like to lean forward a little bit and look Erhard straight in the eye, asking him for, we could use some discretion on this.
So you don't want the rest of our traveling companions to know?
Not for now, that is.
I do not trust them enough.
Okay. The druid might have insight on magic as well, but sure, I will follow your lead in that. But I believe it would be wise to try and find out more about, all of this, like the artifact, the contract that you seem to be under, and what sort of creature this was in the first place, because it does sounds dangerous.
We have been trying to contact my family in Quirin to track down the mercenaries that apparently stole the orb from Mr. Featherstone, but it seems we were unsuccessful. It is why we went to the temple in the first place.
Mr. Whitestaff, now we are here as well. Would you be able to make a sending spell to send a message to a certain area of person?
I don't think I have a knowledge of such a spell, but I might be able to assist in a casting of such a spell.
Unfortunately, we are unaware of the spell itself as well. So, unfortunately, we have to look somewhere else. But thank you so much.
Well, we'd be glad to help you out with that. It sounds like there was a reason we all came together, and I feel like I do want to help you, because this is rather, I don't know, this is rather ominous, and you seem to be in danger of sorts, and It just seems like we should, yeah, we should resolve this issue for you.
Do you have any suggestions on where to go, darling?
Well, I was curious about the Featherstone's house in general. Like, he seems to have collections of all sorts. Maybe there's also books in his possessions that might have information. Or other than that, I did talk to him with Contessa, the paladin that was with us earlier.
Yes, the sleepy one.
And
Yes.
yes, indeed. And he told us that he was meant to meet with some people at the marketplace where we were attacked today, and they also were at his house to look at his collection, and supposedly they were to set up shop here or something like that, and it just seems to me a bit of too much of a coincidence that he gets robbed and also attacked on the same instance. So it might be good to find out more about those people he was meeting with, and that might give us a clue on where to find the stolen items.
I certainly agree. So, looking at all the facts, I believe Mr. Featherstone is our only lead for now. In that case, I would say let's tuck in for the night, meet up with the others, and then ask Mr. Featherstone tomorrow when we confront him at his house.
Very well, but we will leave that house with answers.
We will.
Well, he also told me that he gave like a sigil of sorts, like a plaque, to the mysterious the Alastair that seems to have left our companionship for now.
Did he
like didn't
now?
follow us earlier? I don't know where he is now, but he seems to have that. Would be maybe good to try and seek him out in the morning, because that could be helpful for interacting with officials and getting
Yes,
ahead.
but I find the guy much suspicious. Like, for instance, in the first place, he walks around
welcome back. Welcome back. We have had a quick 5 minutes to grab a drink, pop to the loo, and we are going to carry on. We've got about another hour to go, so buckle in as we're not quite over yet. But yeah, we're going to jump straight back into it as everybody rests their weary heads for the evening, falling, some people, into a deeper slumber. Arcturus, you find sleep takes you, and you begin to think of what happened before. You remember the crafting of the device that brought you to this place. You remember of the learning of the arcane, and eventually figuring out exactly what was missing to make it a reality. As you do, you remember that instinct of this portal opening in front of you. You take a deep breath, and with the excitement and joy of what is beyond, you leap in. However, this memory is different to what actually happened. You leap through into an eternal darkness where you begin falling and tumbling down at a rapid speed. You start panicking as you're plummeting down, not knowing what to do or where you're going, until eventually you stop with a thud hitting something beneath you. Shion, sleep takes you as well. And as you elegantly lay there in your oversized bed and comforts and cushions around you, you start to dream of the desert landscapes of home. The heat of the sun hitting your skin, the dryness of the air, and the sand beneath your toes. As you begin to walk out into the desert, admiring the beauty around you, the sand beneath you gives way, and you tumble into eternal darkness. As you also plummet and fall, panicking, you are met with a thud. The pair of you see an all too familiar chamber of cold, hard stone beneath you, and a pillar in the center with an orb of blue fire upon it. The flame begins to flicker, and then a roaring fire from within lights the room up in a blue glow. The pair of you stand as you notice each other in this chamber. What do you do?
This seems awfully familiar.
So it seems obvious familiar.
All that's missing are these blue chains that sort of bound us.
Yes, I recall it very well. Show yourself, demon! We know you are in here.
Yes! Finally, my two pawns. Well, what news do you have of the orb? You were both so close, but now so far.
Yes, we were very close to the orb. But unfortunately, we got robbed as well of our prize. Some individuals took it, and we are still investigating whether it's normal thugs or maybe there are other magical plays at hand.
Mere bandits stole a relic belonging to me.
It could never be mere bandits. They must have something more.
At this, you begin to see the flame flickering erratically. as once again a roaring fire bursts from the orb, and a flash of blue flame rises up out of it, hitting the ceiling as the entire room is filled with a blue glow. You must find it. Whoever took it must know of its power. It must be mine and only mine. A handful exist within your world, but only one that I know of. This is my only chance at freedom, and of your own.
So, given to the fact that it's be stolen, what information do you have to provide us about this orb?
I have an affinity with it. I can sense where it was. The orb has moved east, but into hands that know how to conceal it. It has left the city.
That's good to know.
To where?
I do not know. As I said, they have others that know how to conceal it. Someone is hiding it from my eyes.
Aren't you an almighty deity? Shouldn't you know where your own little trinkets are?
Silence, mortal! The journey has been rough on the pair of you, but I wonder if you truly are up for the task. I made use of the pair of you in my time of need, and now I see others around you. Make use of them and become tougher. Use them, bend them, do what you will with them.
Very well.
The flames begin to die down slightly. You arrived where I instructed, and for that, I will reward your efforts. In front of you, Shion, you see a ring of blue flame appear. And as it does, it forges into what can only be described as a chakram. A circular blade with a handle in the center. In front of you, Arcturus, you see a mechanical-looking pendant on a chain, which is forever moving and locking and twisting. These are artifacts of mine. They will aid you in what is to come. Your journey will get tougher.
How can we unlock the full potential of these artifacts?
Do more for me, and I will grant you more. Please me, and I will gift you more power. Achieve what I ask, and you will see what true power is.
And I do a little bow and I say, very well. But one final question. What is the meaning of the tattoos that are appearing after we left the temple?
Well, I had to make sure that you knew that you were mine.
You call me the daughter of the greatest slavers in southern Quirin. You call me a slave?
Rather fitting, isn't it? Now,
Despicable.
do as you're asked, and a slave no longer you will be. And at that, the pair of you look at one another as the flame goes out. And you both awake in your beds, sweating, with a burning sensation on the arm where your tattoo is. We will now cut to the next person. Karass, as you sleep on the ground in this nature reserve park-like area, you struggle to find rest. You find it hard to get comfortable, tossing and turning and changing positions, just trying to get that relaxation that you desire. However, every time you seem to drift off, memories come flooding back. You finally allow sleep to succumb you, and you begin to dream. You see yourself walking through your village, as it was the last time you saw it. The heat of the sun beating down upon you, the sand beneath your feet, and the smell of cooked meats and spices. You see the Loxodon children playing in the streets. Your elders are hanging out, washing on lines and smiling towards you. Your sisters buying items from a nearby market. When suddenly, the scene becomes horribly twisted. You see a sky of a maroon color with dark purple clouds. You see corpses of the Loxodon people littering the village streets. You see buildings set ablaze by fire. And finally, you see, marching through the streets, the constructs of the Imperium, stepping and crushing the corpses as they walk by. You awake, sweating in a panic. You take a moment to pull yourself together, realizing you have Socks by your side and Maeve just a little bit further away. You take a deep breath, a swig of your drink, and you lay back down. Eventually, you close your eyes, trying so hard not to remember the bad times. When you see their faces, you see the faces of those that you love and care about smiling back at you. Your mother, your father, your sisters and brothers, your elders, and those friends that you made along the way in your village. Until finally, you see her face. A smile creeps across your own at seeing the face of someone you haven't seen in a long time. But suddenly, beside her, you see the face of an old friend. You see the face of Braster. You feel your eyes begin to well up as tears begin to flood out of them. And you hear him calling your voice. Donros! 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 And at that, you awake. Looking around, there's nothing. But it felt so real. He let out a sigh as you see the morning sun rise into the sky. And that is the end of the long rest. You all, the rest of you, have a beautiful slumber and you sleep well. Some people have a better night's sleep than others, but some of you wake up a little bit, I'd say exhausted is probably the best word for it. You're all very tired. But yeah, Maeve and Donros, we'll start with you two. Maeve, you wake up to see Donros sitting bolt upright, eyes wide, just thinking.
Good morning. You okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm alright. How'd you sleep? How'd you sleep last night?
Ah, great. As soon as I lied down, I was gone. How did you sleep?
Oh, seeing the situation, I'd say I slept okay. I slept all right.
Yeah, you like the nature, the fresh air that hits you in the morning when you wake up?
Sure. Yeah, it's great. I'm happy you like it out here.
I think it's quite nice. Have you seen Socks? I don't see him.
Oh. Do I see Socks anywhere?
No.
Oh.
He
Okay.
did this yesterday as well. I think he's gone to get leaves, but
Maybe.
yeah,
Maybe
sure.
that's.
Should we go and have a look?
Roll me both perception checks, please.
Okay.
We'll say Donros at disadvantage as you're thinking about other things at the minute. Ooh, yikes.
God.
Yeah. You guys, you're looking around and you can't see him anywhere. And then, all of a sudden, you can just hear from a little bit further away.
I think
that's
that's him. Yeah. Let's go.
And as you wander on over, you can see Socks is running away from what looks to be like a duck that's chasing him.
I step forward towards the duck, and I kind of just like I don't know. I try to scare it.
Yeah, sure. You don't need to roll. Don't worry. You are very tall and it's a duck. As you step towards the duck kind of like flaps its wings, looks at you, is like, and then just like walks off. Just like it leaves. And you can just see Socks is stood like in front of you, and he just puts his hands on his hips and he's like staring at the duck.
I don't pay any mind at this point. I just kind of turn and just kind of separate my not too far, but I'm kind of just like standing off to the side at this point.
I just kneel down to Socks and I'm like,
He looks up at you. Wait, then let me roll a check for him. To GM. Ooh. He looks up at you, and he nods.
Okay. And I shake my head at him. I'm like, again, no.
Yeah,
And
and as you do that, he kind of looks down at the ground for a second, and you almost get a sense of like, he looks sad that you're telling him off. And then you're like, wait, he knows that I'm telling him off? And there seems to be some sort of recognition that he's learning.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, is he still looking down?
Yeah, he's looking at the floor, like kicking the dirt.
I gently pull my hand out, so like literally right in front of him, so he can see my hand even if he's looking at the floor. And I'm like, I just sort of gesture him so to look up, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
So
and
he
he looks at you, and he looks a little sad and maybe a bit grumpy for a little mushroom man. But yeah, he climbs on up and sits on your shoulder.
Okay, and I'd like to just give him a cute, like, little pat. Like, it's okay. We're doing well here.
Yeah, and he just sits there and holds your hair.
Okay.
And yeah, you the pair of you are awake, and you're currently stood in a park, and there are people walking through the park, taking leisurely strolls in this small little nature reserve where you've been sleeping.
Oh, Ross, what would you normally do in the morning? Because you seem a little confused, a little out of it.
Well, depends. Nowadays I kind of just I used to help at this guy. I used to help him work, but other than that, you know, just do whatever I want, you know, on my own.
Okay. Well, why don't we go get some water from the river or the creek that runs through here? Because I need to refill. I always refill in the mornings, and catch up with the others.
Sure. Maeve.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday when I told you that you should be careful about trusting other people?
Yes.
That applies to me too.
I shouldn't trust you, or
Like I said, people make mistakes. And sometimes those mistakes make heavy costs. And sometimes in the heat of a moment, we make decisions that might not be very good. So yeah, just be careful.
yeah, but you're here now, and you're nice to me, and you're teaching me all these amazing things, and you're making sure that I don't.
That's what Barasta said.
Who?
A friend of mine. He used to say the same thing as you.
What? That you're here now? You're doing these great things?
He used to thought I was a great person, but that obviously didn't help him out.
What do you mean? Didn't help him out?
Just know that I might try to be a good person. I might be trying to be a really good one, but no matter how many good acts I do, it never repays the one bad thing you do in your life.
Oh, I don't believe that. I think as long as you try to be a good person, that's all you can do. And things happen, and there's nothing we can change about it.
Well, it haunts me, and it's just the idea that, you know, I'm here because of that one event, and there's nothing I can do to ever go home. I can't go see my family anymore. Here at this random place, barely knowing any of you, and every night it feels like I just keep thinking about what I've done. It's like a curse almost. It's like it's constantly eating away at me, and it just it frightens me. It scares me. I'm terrified.
I can relate to just being here with this bunch of strange people. After all this time, I have no family to go back to. In fact, I don't even know where I should go to even see them. But you're here now, and I'm not gonna lie, Don Ross. I was really, really scared when I first met you. Not because you're tall, but just because you're kind of one of the first people I've been talking to, apart from the people I met on my first day, in a very long time. But you made me feel at home, away from home. And I think that's really special. I think you are a good person. No matter what you tell me, I think you're doing the best you can.
You found out some of the things, or what I've did. I don't think you would. None of these people would. You guys would see me as some crazy beast. That's just some big elephant man.
No, I think I'm a little different from most people. I've started to learn that people seem to think very differently to how I see life and things. And I think if there was ever a time you needed to talk about anything, I think I could listen. I think you'd be surprised that I would be quite open to whatever has happened. It's probably not. I'm not going to judge you on what's happened or what you've done.
I lost my best friend because of me. I could have prevented what happened to him.
Okay.
I don't want the same fate happen to you. I don't want the same fate happen to any of these innocent people. Because of my dumb brain, because of something I did, I caused nothing but terrible things. And now I don't even know what's happening in my own home. For all I know, my village could be destroyed. Everyone I could have known is now dead. And all I could do is sit here going through these days with you random people I just met, and the mind just eats at me.
I just want to hesitantly walk up to Don Ross and just sort of spread my arms and invite him to an embrace.
Don Ross would accept it, and he's kind of just emotional right now. He's kind of just breaking down a little bit.
Yeah, as far as my arms reach around Don Ross, I pat him.
And as this embrace happens, Socks just flats himself against Don Ross as well. With Maeve, as you have a little three-person hug. As we cut over to Shion, who is currently sat up, sweating, surrounded by cushions and throws in a very luxurious-looking bed, completely alone.
I'm looking at my tattoo first thing because of the burning sensation thingy.
So you get a mirror and you have a look in.
Yeah.
You can see what looks to be like a chain of blue fire. One chain going across the moon.
Something has changed. I better get dressed and maybe something similar happened to my little blue friend. Also, I might like to check if, say, those chakrams that I got, are they real in any way?
Yeah, you're looking around and yeah, it's not until you look over at the bedside cabinet and there are 2 chakrams lent up against it. And I will show you the handout. I'll show everyone the handout so they can see what they look like. And that is what it looks like. Should be able to see that. And it is it's 2 blades that are attached in the middle by a like leather branding. And on the blades, you can see what looks like an engraving of what looks like flames across the bladed edge. And yeah, that is what you see. There is 2 of them resting up against the dresser.
I just look at them sort of in confusion and anger too. I mean, I'm proper angry, right? Because this stupid ass deity has the nerve to sort of one up me. And no, I'm fuming. I'm fuming, and I'm getting dressed and robes flapping, bangles jingling, rush down, and sort of leave towards the other tavern.
Yeah, and meanwhile we cut over to Ernhard and Arcturus, who are both in a very tiny room, one of which is on the floor, one in the bed, and yeah, you Ernhard, I'd probably say that you wake up seeing Arcturus a little bit sweaty, sat upright, just on the floor, kind of like maybe breathing a little heavier than what you're used to him breathing, and yeah, the pair of you are there.
Are you alright? You seem to be exhausted.
Without saying anything, I just rise up, put my legs in, fold them into each other, and trying to process what happened. I'm obviously sweating with a sensation coming from my tattoo on my arm, and I'm looking around the room. And I'm looking at my arm, and I still kind of ignore the fact that Erhard talked to me. I didn't actually hear it, and yeah, and then I notice him, and I say, I had a dream, and I don't know if it was real or not.
What was a dream about? I mean, it sounds rather ominous.
Do you remember the demon we mentioned before?
Well, yeah, we literally talked about it before we went to bed. Did something happen?
Maybe the beers just hit you. Could be possible. I dreamt I was falling down, and when I hit the ground, I saw Shion in a room with a pillar in the middle and blue flames coming from it. And the demon that sent us on the quest for the orb just spoke to us. And he gave me something. While I touch my my chest and I feel the magical item, and I look surprised and I'm like, what?
Yeah, as you do notice, the thing that you saw in your dream is currently around your neck.
And I try to hide it between my my robes, and I stand up and I say, I have to find Shion.
Am I able to perceive him like tucking under his?
Roll me a
robe?
perception check, Erhard, as you see him getting up. Let's see just how much you notice. 13? I'd say for 13, you can see him like pulling at his shirt to like try and do something. He's clearly trying to hide something, but you don't see what it is he's trying to hide. And as he like stands up and starts moving around, with a 13, you do notice that the tattoo looks different.
Something happened to you in that dream. You seem rather, I don't know, disturbed, and also your tattoo seems to have changed from when I looked at it last.
I didn't even look at my tattoo, I only felt it, and I took a look down my arm and I noticed a change. Not knowing what the change is, because...
Yeah, and as you look at yourself in a mirror, you can now see a chain, one singular chain, going across the sun.
That wasn't there before. That's odd.
So what exactly happened in your dream?
We met with the demon. He was talking to us, asking us what took so long finding the orb. And after confronting him what happened here, he rewarded us in some way. And then I woke up and I was here.
So what was your reward?
I don't know. But for now, I have to meet up with Shion. Because she was in my dream, and I need to check out if it was a dream or it was something else.
Sure. That seems like the best course of action then. Anything else you notice that changed?
Nothing at all.
Can I perceive whether he's, say, telling the truth or something?
Sure, roll an insight check. And then Arcturus, roll a deception if you're lying, or a persuasion if you're telling the truth.
Persuasion, you said?
Yeah, I would say with your insight check there, you definitely get the sense that he is telling the truth. Maybe he's just not wording it in the best way for you to understand that, or to at least think that he's telling the truth. But yeah, you do definitely believe him.
Okay. Sure. Let's go over to meet up with Shion then.
And I stand up and I go for the door.
Yeah, then you gather all your things, and as you do, Don Ross and Maeve, the pair of you have left the nature reserve and made your way towards the tavern, as you see a very frantic-looking Shion burst out of the tavern doors, as well as Erhard and Arcturus bursting out of the other tavern doors, as they seem to both be exiting in a panic. And you two are in the middle of both taverns as you see them come round, and now all of you are stood outside of the tavern.
Well, Seems like we all had an interesting night.
My night was good.
I'm just looking at Donros in
Aren't you
confusion.
lucky?
Like, what do you mean? Not saying anything, but I'm just giving him the confusion look.
Well, besides apples over there, it seems like the rest of us had a very good night, you know?
How
A
would
great
you
night.
know?
Well, you guys are walking out of the taverns kind of quick. I would assume you guys had something going on. Unless you two were in a fight or something. You guys fighting like a married couple or what? What happened?
I ignore him, go straight towards Arcturus, roll up his sleeve, and check out his tattoo.
Well, looks
Yeah.
like apples. You're getting replaced.
You definitely see a chain, yeah.
And I ask Shion, how about yours?
I am wearing like something with bare arms, so you can definitely see.
I'm a gentle, tall guy. I'm not going to look down at a woman like, hello.
Yeah, I got cleavage too, but
So I noticed.
yeah.
Yeah, you notice that the tattoo is very similar, and the chain is also on the moon. And everyone else here can see them checking each other's tattoo out, which is probably a little weird for Don, Ross, and Maeve, because obviously Erhard kind of knows what's going on, but the other two have no idea. You two can just see them checking each other's tattoo out.
Did you
Okay.
receive something, Shion?
Yes, and I swear that once we are done with this quest, that I will use this weapon and smite the deity himself for
Huh.
being an Ugh.
Seemed like
How
you
dare he?
two.
How dare he talk to me like that?
So receive something, right? Or you know what are you
None of your business.
insinuating? Listen, I'm just a friend here, but when I hear you receive something, right? Especially when it was night, we were just sleeping. I don't know, y'all are giving me some weird innuendos.
Didn't you say you were just a kid in your ages? How would you know? And besides, I've spent the night with Mr. Erhard here. Shion went in a different place.
Oh.
So what are you implying is not at all at business. So I would advise, while making myself very big, to shut up.
Right.
So confused at what people receive at
So
night.
you spent the night with this guy? The apples?
Yes, he slept on the floor, and why are you calling me apples?
We all saw your little apple throwing ability. It was very good, by the way. Anywho,
That was
Alright,
not
I-
the center of the performance, my dear.
well,
But
you know.
do better next
it was
time,
nice.
and I will applaud you.
Okay, whatever. We're gonna forget that. All right. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but I had a great night out in the forest. Definitely slept very well. Definitely had a great night's sleep. And I think we need to go talk to, get some more info like you guys want to do, right?
So, can I
Go ahead.
talk to Shion and just ask her? So, did you also encounter what he saw?
Seems it was obvious, wasn't it?
And you received something physical?
Well, that's fucking bullshit. I didn't receive anything.
Yes, it is something I can use to cut this elephant man's throat if he doesn't shut up with his stupid innuendos.
Okay.
Sorry.
This is weird. But sure, let's talk about this later, probably.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm just really interested, Arcturus. Can I look at your drawing on your arm? I've never seen that before. That's so cool.
Yeah, sure. I'll lean down a little bit because I'm much taller than you are.
Wow, where'd you get these? Can I get one of these?
And then I whisper to you in in a certain language. Do you know more about this? Have you seen this before, or are you just playing as if?
What language? What
In
language do you?
in Elvish.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so I reply in Elvish. No, I look, Arcturus. I've been on my own for a very long time. The only drawings I've seen are the ones I made myself. I've never seen drawings on people's skin before, so I'm just super intrigued.
I can understand, but this is a matter of magical issues. This was not by free will. So we are just currently looking at it. What's happening here? There's something strange going on in here.
Oh, so you didn't want that?
I did not ask for this. No.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I still think it looks really cool.
I just stand up and like little thanks. Making it awkward.
I've never seen one of these before, so I just wanted to check it out.
Great. Good job, guys. Good job with the tattoo, Sharon. Cool.
Should we go and find Alistair and Contessa?
Listen, about Alistair, I think it's best that we don't attempt to find him, and instead we just kind of move along.
Well, he has a very important item that Mr. Featherstone gave him.
I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not getting that, Apples. You might as well just... We're gonna
My
pull
name is
that one out
Erhard,
right now.
and would you please stop calling me that? Otherwise, I might just call you names as well.
I mean, you already called me an elephant man, so I mean, what's worse, right? Anywho.
Because I didn't
are
know
an
your
elephant
name.
man.
Hey, first of all, it's a Loxodon. I take much offense. There's a major difference there, okay? Second of all, might not be. We're not gonna find him. All right, I promise you. Trust me, I know he's not coming back. For at least for now, as far as I know.
How would you
Right?
know? Do you have
How
some
do you know
rogue
that?
spider sense for that?
No, I might know what has become of our friend. But I'm not. Listen. It's besides the point. Just trust me on this. He's not coming back, okay? I think it's in our best interest as a group that we continue on with our mission. And if Alistair comes back, he comes back.
For once,
All
I
I know-
agree with him. He was a poor bodyguard nonetheless, and we should try and seek out Mr. Featherstone first, I guess.
I wanna look at her. I wanna do my best Alistair impression. I wanna like give a wink, and I'm like, now you have me.
I just stand there rolling
By
my
the way-
eyes.
I laugh.
Well, I believe what he got from Mr. Featherstone will help us with this investigation.
It's
Very
not.
well, he can peel my mangoes. You can peel my mangoes then.
And
Yeah,
no,
house?
that's not an innuendo.
Well, then
I kind of just gonna drop that. Anywho, since she's with me and she's probably the only one who really cared about him, are we good to pop a squat and move, or are we? I don't know. That was bad. That came out really bad. Are we gonna get breakfast, or we're just gonna go?
Let's go visit Mr. Featherstone.
I like this idea, and I lead the way this time. I'm taking charge. I'm moving.
Yeah, and as you all start leaving from the main strip, the tavern district, you start heading back towards the Golden Sands. And as you do, you head past, and it seems that security has relaxed slightly at this point. You definitely get the sense that they have got a handle on what's going on at the minute. However, you do see a lot of guards around the market bazaar, and it doesn't seem to be open as you pass by it. But as you do, you head down towards the Golden Sands, go back to Felix Featherstone's manor. And as you do, you see Contessa stood outside of the property awaiting for your guys' arrival. And as you walk through the gates and go to greet her, that is where we will end tonight's session. Because, it is 9:30, and, it's about time that we start to wrap up. So, yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the session, please do drop a follow. Follow us on all the different socials and stuff. Thank you guys for hanging around and watching the stream. And if you're watching on a VOD, thank you very much for giving us a view on the VOD or on YouTube or wherever that you have come from. Thank you very much. But before we go, let's go round the group one last time and give ourselves so that you guys know where to find us. So straight away we will go to my, what side is this? I need to look at the stream. Okay. That way, to my right.
What is Socks as social
Socks?
media?
Yeah, with
to
Socks.
my right, we have
Instagram.
Socks. Socks, please tell everyone where you can find us. Oh wait, you don't speak. So we will go to the one below, which is the Eagle Outlaw, where we all spend all of our time. So Eagle, take it away.
Hello, everybody. I'm the Eagle Outlaw. You can find me here every Friday, 7:30 CEST time. Ha! Plug. And then you can find me at everyone's streams, but you can find me over at the Eagle Outlaw. Tomorrow we'll be playing some Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It'll be the first time we play it. So hopefully you guys are, want to come in, chill, kick back, watch me suck at a game. There we go. It was great. Thank you.
And it's a very good game, so I hope you really enjoy that, Eagle. And next to Eagle, we have Agent Zeb. Take it away.
Cool. I'm Agent Zeb. You find me on Twitch, and I'm there on Monday to Friday. And I hope you enjoyed the time here. And we here, next week again.
Brilliant. And below Agent Zeb, we have Maeve and Smitty Jane. So take it away, Smee.
I go by Smitty Jane on Twitch, Maeve on this one. And you can find me probably most evening 6:30 p.m. UK time, whatever that time translates to, playing Pokemon. But also some other spicy ideas coming your way soon. Also find me at the Eagle Outlaw, usually.
And if you want to check out some spicy ideas, go there, because I want to know what they are already. Like, what? That makes me want to know. Also, next to Smitty, we have Lan, who played Shion. Take it away.
Hello. Yeah, so I'm La90. I am the female half of Team Logic NL, so that's where you can find me. I just started a new playthrough of RimWorld, so it's a colony simulator game which you all can join, which is great fun. I'm streaming every Monday morning, and occasionally on Sunday, and my other half is streaming some other days, but you'll hear more about that later. Also, follow the Eagle Outlaw!
Yeah, Tim, if you want to go next.
Yeah, I was actually waiting for Contessa, but she's not here.
I'll do Contessa next.
Utter silence.
You should let me do it.
Oh no, my name is Tim. I am the male half of Team Logic now. And I play mostly on Saturday and Sunday and Tuesday. So tomorrow, 11 CEST, we are back with another instance of RimWorld 1.3. So very excited for that. And if you haven't done so, you should follow maybe an Instagram page of Socks.
Wait, is that a thing?
No, but it could be.
Okay.
It will be.
So if you want an Instagram page dedicated for Socks, leave a link in the description below. Leave a comment, and maybe we'll think about it.
And follow the Eagle Outlaw.
Yeah. And after Tim, we have Contessa, who is played by Guildmaster Creed. Make sure that you go and follow him. He plays Apex, and he plays Rocket League and a few other games. I think he's playing Persona 4, Persona 5 Strikers at the minute. Is it 5? Yeah, which I've never played, but Persona 5 is a really cool game, so definitely go check him out. And finally, myself, if you would like to yeah, if you'd like to come watch some mediocre gameplay from a mediocre person who does mediocre things and is currently playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild for the first time ever. I've never played it. It's actually a really, really fun game from what I've played so far. But yeah, you can find me at The Onion Soup on Twitch and all socials and stuff. So do please drop me a follow and check me out. Awesome. Other than that, guys, that's it for today. So thank you so much for sticking around. Take care. Have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back next week, same time, Friday, 6:30 p.m. BST, GMT +1, 7:30 EST, and all the other time zones. So yeah, do check it out, and don't forget to follow the Discord. Jump on the Discord because everything's in there. Everything, recaps, everything. Bye.
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 Bye bye.